very proud of them. Now, we're going to an update from Fox News, and when we come back, we're going to give you the latest on the FBI's incredible investigation. Don't go away. The most deadly terrorist attack ever on our soil is now the subject of the most intense investigation in our nation's history. It's really impressive, even for someone familiar with law enforcement, to see the lightning speed in which this case is being unraveled. Our John Turchin is here now with all the latest information.
Everybody out that way! Move back, move back, move back!
A raid on a hotel in Boston.
From ATF? Yep. Can you tell me what you guys are doing here? I can.
Key evidence from a house in South Florida. Up and down the East Coast, federal agents and U.S. leaders are beginning to win the crucial battle of tracking the terrorists who planned and carried out the deadly attacks.
We will make no distinction between the terrorists who committed these acts and those who harbored them.
From the beginning, the law enforcement response was massive, but the information was minimal. All they had was a rental car at Boston's Logan Airport. A traveler had a run-in with the car's Middle Eastern occupants. After the attacks, he reported the incident to the police, and agents had the suspicious rental car towed. Inside, they found flight manuals in Arabic. From there, no clue was too minute. They even took these chairs from the airport terminal for DNA testing to see if the suspect sat in them. But the agents still had nothing solid to go on besides the rental car. They followed the lead as far as they could. It took them to Venice, Florida, south of Tampa, to the home of Drew and Charles Voss. They told agents that this man, Mohammed Atta, along with an associate, Marwan Al-Shehi, lived with them for a short period last year.
I was quite surprised. I know that when they, while they were here, I know that they had used this address.
The couple kicked the pair out of their home earlier this year, claiming the two men were rude. Agents checked the names of Atta and his associate Al-Shehi against the Boston flight manifest, and sure enough, there they were. It was the first big break. Charles Voss, who works at Huffman Aviation International, a nearby flight school, told agents the two men had been flight students. Last year, Atta and his associate passed their flight tests in a small four-seater Cessna.
If I would have known, I would kill him by my own bare hands.
We then learned that the two men trained on this Boeing 727 flight simulator in Opelika, Florida, a program that simulates a flight over the U.S. Capitol. From there, agents traced the two men to the Fort Lauderdale area to a motel where they recently checked in. Their stay was short-lived since they demanded 24-hour internet access that the manager couldn't provide.
They were very angry, and one of them said, we're here on a mission, so we need the telephone line. We can't stay here.
Agents then tracked Atta and Al-Shehi to this apartment complex and a restaurant and bar. The owner told FBI agents the men were in his bar just 4 nights before the attacks. He said they were drunk and giving a bartender a tough time about their tab.
I was like, is this an issue of money? You don't have any money to pay the bill? And he said, I can pay this bill. I'm an airline pilot, like that. And so I was like, whoa, okay.
The bar's owner said it was the shock of his life when he was confronted by the FBI about the incident with the Middle Eastern men.
I figured that it was like an issue of like bad checks or something like that. And I go, why? What's going on? And they said that the two gentlemen that they showed were on the flight manifest out of Boston. My heart just about jumped out of my throat when they told me.